All right, let's dive right into one of the most explosive sessions from the Infinitum campaign. We're talking about Session 12, a story that starts with a tense standoff and ends, well, you'll see. Welcome to the Showdown in the West.
You know that classic Western line, right? It perfectly captures the feeling here. A challenge has been made, swords, or in this case guns and shields, are about to be drawn, and on these dusty streets, someone's not walking away.
So how did we even get to this point? Well, the party's just coming off this massive train heist in Session 11, and they are running on fumes. They walk into the only bar in town, and who do they see? The exact same bandits from the New Order faction they just robbed. You can just feel the air go still. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife.
Now this is where it all kicks off. But it's not just an immediate, chaotic brawl. No, it's way more personal. The biggest, meanest-looking bandit in the room steps forward, looks right past everyone else, and points directly at the party's leader, the stone Goliath paladin, Valha.
Let's just paint this picture for a second. In one corner, you have Volva, a literal mountain of a man made of stone, armored up and burning with righteous paladin fury. And in the other, you've got this hulking New Order enforcer who looks like he could wrestle a bear. They both step outside, and the whole town goes quiet.
The challenge is accepted. Of course it is. The entire bar empties out into the street to watch. This isn't just a fight anymore. It's a spectacle.
And Val's strategy here is just chef's kiss. Brilliant. He doesn't just blindly charge in. He raises that massive shield and just tanks a storm of bullets. But get this. While he's defending with one hand, he's throwing ninja stars with the other. He's just relentlessly closing the gap, step by methodical step, until he is right in the guy's face. And that's when it's all over.
And what a finish it is. This is the raw, terrifying power of a paladin unleashed. Valhall channels his divine smite, grabs the bandit, and with a roar that probably shook the whole town, he literally tears him in two. It's brutal, it's decisive, and it sends a very, very clear message.
Now, you'd think seeing their biggest guy get turned into a gruesome art project would make the other bandits run, right? Nope. It does the exact opposite. The sheer brutality doesn't scare them, it enrages them. The duel is over, and now the real fight begins as the entire mob just charges.
So now everybody, Barkin, Antonella, the whole crew has to jump in. And remember, they're already exhausted from that train heist. This turns into an ugly, desperate slugfest. For a minute there, it really looks like they might not make it. But somehow, with a little luck on their side, they pull through, winning by the absolute skin of their teeth.
The dust settles, and there's only one bandit left standing. He immediately throws his weapon down and gives the oldest excuse in the book. With his boss now, in two pieces, all that fierce loyalty just evaporates. Suddenly, he's very, very willing to talk.
The party, smart as they are, sees their chance right here. They offer him a deal he can't refuse, his life for some information. And not just any information. They want to know about that third unique mechanical upgrade, one of those super powerful armor pieces they've been hunting for a while now. And bingo, it pays off. The bandit doesn't know exactly where it is, but he points them towards the old mines just south of town. That's a huge win. They've turned this chaotic, near-death experience into a solid lead for their main quest. So they let him go, and he just disappears.
So the fight's over, they've got a new lead, and they're finally about to catch their breath. But as they're walking away, they spot someone moving among the bodies. A familiar face. A very, very unwelcome familiar face.
This is where the session just takes a hard left turn into Mystery Town. The battle's won, sure, but a new puzzle is just starting. I mean, who would be picking through the aftermath of a gunfight in the middle of nowhere?
Of course, it's Chris Meister, their constant pain-in-the-neck rival, the son of the game's owner, and literally the last person on Earth they wanted to see right now. And what he's doing is just weird.
So get this. He finds one of the bandits is still alive, and instead of finishing him off, he freaks out. He actually yells at the party, the people who just fought these guys, to help save him. He drags this wounded enemy to an infirmary and starts healing him, all while completely blowing off the party's questions about what in the world is going on.
And that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? This is Chris Meister we're talking about. The guy has never done a selfless thing in his life. Everything he does is for himself. So why is he so desperate to save a random enemy bandit? The party is just standing there, completely baffled and, super suspicious.
Well, they're getting 0 answers from a frantic Chris Meister, and they are absolutely spent. I mean, 2 massive fights back to back, they're done. It is time to find a safe place to crash and log off for the night.
And hey, they get a little silver lining for all their trouble. The local innkeeper is so happy that the bandits are gone that he offers them rooms for the night completely on the house. A little bit of kindness after a very, very long day.
But they're still not taking any chances. They can't get back to their secure private server, so they have to risk logging out right here in the open. So Drewonder, ever the cautious one, casts an alarm spell on the door to the inn, basically a magical tripwire to warn them if anyone tries to sneak in.
So they log off. They're safe for now. They survived the duel, they won the brawl, they even got a new lead. But the session ends with this really unsettling question just hanging in the air. What is Chris Meister up to? And whatever it is, you just know it's going to complicate things in a big way.